Hey, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Godox WMic S1 wireless lavalier audio system. The WMic S1 is a UHF transmitter slash receiver in comparison to something like the Rode WirelessGO, which is a 2.4 gigahertz wireless transmission system. In this video, we're going to be comparing the WMic S1 and the Rode WirelessGO. This is the original WirelessGO, not the version 2. I should say that Godox did send me this unit for the purposes of making this video, although of course they don't get any input into the video, nor do they get to see the video before I publish it. So you're listening to the WMic S1 right now. I am recording with the included lavalier mic. You can see it's pinned right here to my shirt and just running right into the transmitter. I have the receiver just lying here on the desk in front of this camera, and it's running into this second camera, so directly into the camera. I have the gain set on the camera to, I think, 3, and then the gain set in the WMic to 27. I think 30 is the loudest that you can go. So it's pretty loud, but most of the gain is being provided from the receiver as opposed to the camera. It does come with this nice carrying case. It's kind of like a soft, hard case. In this flap here, the transmitter and the receiver fit in here, you can see. And there's a little cold shoe mount so that you can mount the receiver right onto your camera's hot shoe or some other cold shoe that you might have available. It does come with an instruction manual. In this side, I've obviously unopened everything. Everything comes in little baggies. You get a TRS 3.5 millimeter cable to XLR. So if you want to use this thing with a more professional recorder, something like a field recorder like this DR40 from Tascam, you can plug it right into XLR ports. You could potentially plug this into a USB audio device that you might have for your computer, something like that. It also comes with the 3.5 or TRS to TRS, so that's what I have it plugged into the A7 III with, so this will just go right into your camera, so no need of any adapters or anything. It obviously comes with this lav mic, which you're listening to. The cable on the lav mic isn't really that long. It looks to be about 4 feet, so not terrible, but I could see it potentially getting snagged or caught if you're trying to hide this on some talent and you maybe have it behind them, like in their waistband, behind their back. It would be nice to have a little bit more slack. I'm going to compare the sound quality of both of these using the included lav mic, but also using this other lav mic. So we'll be listening to both the WMic S1 and also the Rode WirelessGO with both lav mics. A computer mystery romance set 5 minutes into the future of 1988. I can guarantee at least one of the following is a real feature. Discover a vast conspiracy lurking on the internet. Save the world by exploiting a buffer overflow. Get away with telephone fraud or hack the Gibson. Which one? You'll just have to dial in and see. Welcome to the 20th century. A computer mystery slash romance set 5 minutes into the future of 1988. I can guarantee at least one of the following is a real feature. You can see the size comparison. It's quite a bit larger than the Rode WirelessGO. It's pretty comparable to the Sennheiser G4, G3 UHF transmission systems that are really popular for professional use. But yeah, quite a bit bigger, and you can see they have discrete antennas that pop out of the unit. The receiver actually has 2 antennas because you can actually use 2 transmitters to go into one receiver. And Godox also sells a kit that does come with 2 transmitters. I just have the kit that comes with 1 transmitter. And I'm not going to go through the menu, but it's pretty simple. Just by holding this little menu button down, you can cycle through the different options. You also get some options by holding the volume up and down. You can also lock the unit so that if you put it on somebody, go ahead and lock all the controls so they can't accidentally mute it or change any other settings. And that's done by just holding down the plus button here for a few seconds. You can also mute the transmitter by just briefly hitting the power button. A long press of the power button will turn the units off. The OLED display is pretty bright and easy to see. It's kind of weird on the transmitter. It seems like some of the text is actually cut off a little bit, so that's kind of funny, but I don't know. If you tilt it, you can see the whole thing. Build quality wise, these are pretty plasticky feeling. I mean, they are plastic. They do run on 2 AA batteries, so you're gonna need 2 AA's for the transmitter and 2 AA's for the receiver. I've had these running for several hours in total, and they're still showing full battery life. So you're gonna get a pretty decent amount of life from these batteries, obviously depending on what kind of batteries you're using. The Rode WirelessGO, on the other hand, have internal batteries that charge over USB, which is convenient, but when the battery dies, which it will eventually, then you're pretty much stuck with a dead unit. On the transmitter, you have a locking microphone connector. So on the Rode WirelessGO, the mic connector doesn't lock in there, so you can easily pull out the mic. This one locks in, so unless you just yanked it, ripped it out, it's going to stay in there. It also has a line in, so if you had some other device that has a line out, you can plug another device in here and record through this or through that, or you can plug in some other kind of audio device that has a line out. Overall, there's a lot more functionality with the Godox unit. It's more professional than the WirelessGO. What you can do with the UHF transmission system is actually change the frequency that you're operating on. I don't know the exact frequency range. I'll put it up on the screen. It's somewhere like 480 megahertz, I want to say, to about 530 or 545 megahertz. If you are operating in like the default frequency, you're getting a lot of interference. You can just change the channel until you find a clear signal. 2.4 gigahertz wireless systems will just frequency hop. So they'll just continuously find clean frequencies, so you don't ever have to worry about that. And you don't ever have to worry about the units being paired. They're just going to automatically find each other and pair. Something like the Sennheisers, which are more professional and a lot more expensive, they will do a frequency scan. Well, you manually have to punch in that operation, just hit frequency scan, and it'll go through the whole band and find good frequencies. And then you can just choose one that's going to work. These do not have that functionality. So you have to manually go through. If you are finding some interference on whatever channel you're on, you do have to manually go through the different channels, and there's 45 different channels, so it could be a hassle. There's potentially a lot less interference than something like 2.4 gigahertz, which is Bluetooth, wireless, cellular, all those kinds of things are operating in that 2.4 gigahertz spectrum.
Can you see it? And now I can go? My balloony has a first name, it's O-S-C-A-R. My balloony has a second name, it's M-A-Y-E-R. And if you'd like to eat a sandwich, then eat an Oscar Mayer bologna sandwich. I don't know the words. Oscar's following me! Oh no. Mike. When I turn around, does it get anything? Yeah. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit sound. And keep talking. And I can't hear the microphone sound. Turn around, microphone. Got the microphone tucked in my back right here, right there. And are you ready? All right, here we go walking again, because this is so much fun. Walking, 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 walking. I'm not running, but my little puppy is. English sheepdog that we have. Pretty funny. This is not English. Is your drone too high? Where's your drone at? It's not gonna crash into it, is it? Do you think that the drone got the helicopter? I don't even see. Can you hear me talking? Can you hear me? Philip, you're only paying attention to the drone, not your wife who's doing all the experiment part. Can you hear me better like this? Or do you hear me better when I march backwards like this? I'm not moving, I'm staying in place so I don't lose my spot. But, huh? It has, picked me up this way? Oh, nice. Where's your drone? Did it get in the helicopter way?
No, I brought it back.
That helicopter looked low, huh?
It was pretty low.
That's crazy.
Hopefully those comparisons were helpful. Just let me give you my opinions on the Godox WMic S1. I think it's a pretty tremendous that they packed in like all of these features and this technology at $200. Although I think you can probably hear the compromises. I don't think the audio quality, it's not that the quality is bad, but they're just definitely missing a whole lot of low-end frequency, which isn't something that you're typically going to get out of a lav mic anyway. So it's like even worse than a lot of lav mics will give you. Missing a lot of body, missing a lot of low end. It's definitely kind of a hollow sound. I do think that changing the microphone to this DR10L microphone helped. It sounds better than the included lav mic. But even with that, I do think that the Rode WirelessGO sounds better. The transmission, the signal strength is clearly better, at least in the two non-scientific tests that I did. Not a very verifiable sample size. But if your absolute concern at this price range is signal strength, I think that this one is clearly better than the WirelessGO. If you don't really care about that, if you're just going to be recording stuff like maybe a talking head interview type setup and you're going to be in the same room, then I would go with the WirelessGO because it's smaller, it's a lot easier to set up. You don't even need a microphone because it does have a built-in mic. You can even just use that if you want to. And the sound is just better. If you really do have a use case for a more robust system, also one that's a little bit more professional in terms of what you can plug into it and what you can plug it into, then there's a lot to recommend the Godox WMic S1. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments. If you want to see any more videos about audio, microphone kind of things, then maybe check out this playlist. And as always, I appreciate you watching the video, and I'll see you in another one. Man, I wish I could just talk less.